HACC was formed in 1948. The mission, first and foremost, is to put a roof over people's heads. But that's not enough. We want to really improve the quality of life for folks. And that means programs for kids, programs for parents, job training and placement, healthcare services, and it's made a big difference in people's lives.
I didn't have anything. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to do anything. I was a kid myself. But at that moment, I knew I couldn't allow them to go to DCFS. I had to do something different. I had to do something fast and dramatic. This program gave me a ticket out. I'm just so grateful because I could have been another statistic.
It seems like Cook County comes in right at the brink of time, and it's like their safety net. And those are the tenants. It brings me to tears because I believe everybody, you know, at one point is there. And to house families and children, and for them to say thank you. And I finally have my own bedroom. We don't have to sleep on the floor. It does a great deal for me. It really does a great deal for me. And those are the people that we're working for. This is who we help. Those who don't seem like there is a chance out there and nobody wants to give them a chance. These are the families that Cook County does help.
Some of the most rewarding days are when we move in. For example, we just moved in a young mom who's never had her apartment of her own. And she was just thrilled to move into her own 2-bedroom unit, to have a wonderful, safe apartment for her children. Stories like that make us happy every day, and it reminds us of why we do what we do.
With the Housing Choice Voucher Program, the participants in the program are able to rent housing wherever they want in suburban Cook County, whatever type of housing that they want to rent. There is a waiting list for the Housing Choice Voucher Program.
My case manager was like, Shakia, I have some great news. And then I'm like, okay, what was it? And then she was like, your name is pulled for the wait list and you at the top and you need to do an interview with me. And I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, I was so excited. I was running back and forth, and my kid was like, Mommy, what you crying for? What you crying for? And I said, because we finally gonna have somewhere that's permanent, that's our housing. And it was like the most joyous moment ever because they were just crying there.
The mission of the program is self-sufficiency, with the idea that eventually the tenants will not need the program anymore, be self-sufficient, and leave an opening for other voucher holders to utilize this rental assistance.
This is my home. My name is on something. I own a home. I have assets. It's something that you can say that it's yours. I took myself off the voucher because I didn't need it anymore. That voucher that I had, now they can give it to someone that really needs it.
I was excited to hear Miss Patton get housing finally. It's speechless. It leaves me speechless because Cook County gave her another chance for housing.
Those people believed in me, and when they started believing in me, other people started believing in me also as well, and now I'm believing in myself. Now I got a second chance.
One of our greatest responsibilities in this public housing field is that we house and help the most vulnerable populations among us. We're talking about the elderly, the frail, disabled folks, the homeless, poor kids. So we really are a lifeline in many ways for these folks. The most rewarding thing about this is the hope that I see in kids' faces, because every kid, first of all, should be allowed to be a kid. And way too often in some of our communities where we have violence, kids just can't be kids. Here, Vera Yates, it's really a quiet community. It's a place where kids can be kids, and I see it in their faces. I think it's going to make a big difference when they become young adults and adults.
I want to come back to Mayfield Heights, Lavelle, please.
The seniors is our special population because they're fragile. They do need a lot of care, and we're trying to bring our best resources to make sure that they don't feel isolated, and we're trying to bring them together to give them a sense of community and also to keep them active, keep their brain working, keep them happy.
So housing can also be the ladder to economic independence and self-sufficiency. We have a strong family self-sufficiency program. Maybe it's helping somebody build their resume or repair their credit. Maybe it's getting back into school so they can ultimately get a job and a career that enables them to be self-sufficient and provide for their families in the future.
It's definitely going to help me build my bright future that I had in store, because I plan on going and finishing up my schooling so I can become a paramedic.
It just gave my siblings a better outlook that life is bigger than what they saw every day. I mean, friendly neighborhoods. You actually saw flowers. You actually saw kids outside in the front of the home playing and your neighbors speaking to you. So it gave my brother and my sister a different opportunity to attend better schools, to get a better education.
One thing that we take for granted, most of us just walk down to the corner store or a couple blocks and buy a carton of milk or some apples and oranges or bananas. Folks here until today couldn't do that. There's not too many communities in the country that are poorer than Fort Heights. Now we have a store right on site that affordably priced, healthy food.
It's really important that people have an opportunity to have fresh fruits and vegetables. We all know that a healthy diet leads to a healthier human being. So we're grateful to all the partners who put this together, and as you can see the fruit and vegetables that are here and available to people, this is going to be a real boon to this neighborhood.
I grew up here my entire life. I went to every school in the school district. We have a large senior population that does not have access to, fresh produce. So to have something right here in Housing Authority where they could walk to and get fresh produce is vital.
Previously, before the store was here, I was walking mile by 5 miles to the store up here on Lincoln Highway, where it's very dangerous for children and also myself. I feel safer shopping here, and I'm so glad to have it in our community.
Is this a great idea? I hope to see more done in more of these sites to bring these kinds of things into the community, because the communities need them.
Another part of our mission is to help subsidize apartments for very low-income people with disabilities. We had a chance recently to be involved in a groundbreaking in Wheeling, the Phil Haven Homes, a building that's going to house 50 mostly mentally ill adults, people with disabilities, to live independently and in the northwest suburbs. This is a very strong priority of ours because we like to link housing with the supportive services for those who need it.
I was a foster child. That made every goal that I accomplished great for me, because I was just so determined to keep pushing forward. The caseworkers keep you focused on what your goal plan was. They provide different resources and are great with answering questions and concerns. My goal is home ownership. The Housing Authority of Cook County helped me obtain my goal.
My ultimate goal is to become a homeowner. It will be a dream come true for my two sons. I have a 20-year-old that's a junior in college, and I have a 13-year-old that's an 8th grader. I think I will attain my goal within 6 to 9 months to buy my dream home. Today's graduation will put me 50 steps to reaching my goal. Thank you to the Housing Authority of Cook County.